Well, hello and welcome to today's episode. I'm doing something a little bit different today and doing a video version also with the audio version of the podcast. And if it all goes well, we will put it over on the YouTube channel and I will put the link to that in the show notes. So we're just kind of experimenting with it right now. And I encourage you all the time to experiment with things in your business. Um, we're trying this and seeing if we can repurpose some content and just go from there. So, what today's episode is about is actually posting on a new platform. So, you know, you get it now, right? Why we're experimenting a little bit. Whether it's a newish platform that has popped up or whether an established one has caught your attention and you know it's something that will help your business, venturing onto a new to you platform is not always easy. I asked a question in my free Facebook group: what's a platform that you've been meaning to get started on or be more consistent with? And the answers were overwhelmingly diverse. There was a lot of TikTok, which is actually the answer that I would have expected. There was also a lot of Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and then we saw some that wanted to get started with email marketing and blogging. I thought that was super interesting. The people who said that they wanted to be more active in their email marketing and their blogging also said, "Hey, does this count as a platform?" I'm like, "Absolutely, it all counts." Speaking for myself, it's always exciting. I love shiny objects and I'm constantly distracted by them. Hello, creative brains unite. Like, here I am doing it on another platform. I get some kind of thrill out of getting my username, my bio, my profile picture, and my graphics all set up. I even love creating my strategy. It's actually posting that makes me feel like I'm spreading myself too thin sometimes. The thing is, that's not even realistic, and it's mostly just procrastination kicking in. I know what to do. I have all the necessary tools and the know how. I even have the content to repurpose. And guess what? So do you. What can you do to be effective at starting in on a new platform? Well, first of all, make sure you're already handling the ones that you're on effectively, intentionally, and efficiently. If you're not, don't take on another one. That's where it becomes really overwhelming and can even make us feel burned out. Number two, if you're already handling the ones that you're on and you're good, create a plan for the next one that you're adding in, because you're already on at least one that is working for you. You likely already have a system that's working. Take that system and just do a copy and paste that fits into the next platform. Let's say you're already doing Instagram Reels. Save it to your camera roll and repurpose it on TikTok. You want to start posting on Pinterest? Did you know that all you need for a Pinterest post, like a single Pinterest post, is something with a URL? That can be that Instagram Reel or the TikTok video. Those have URLs. The Pinterest post doesn't have to be a blog post or a podcast episode that has to be created in order to get the Pinterest post. It can literally be a link and a pretty graphic, of course, and good description with good keywords. But, it's a link with those things to something that you've already posted, anything you've already posted. I mean, it could be even a Facebook post. Or let's say you already have a blog, or let's use this a podcast episode for an example. You can take that blog post or podcast episode and break it into a nearly unlimited amount of posts on other platforms. I'll send out an email to my list notifying my followers what the latest episodes are. Maybe that's even how you got here. And I'll talk about it on my social media. I should do a Pinterest post about it. And I should create a little reel and TikTok, which is kind of what inspired me to make this into a YouTube video, because I'm like, I might as well do video while I'm podcasting, and then I could even pull some of that out and make it a reel or a TikTok. I could get a lot of reels and TikToks content just from this one episode, and it would genuinely help a lot of people. It really wouldn't take me long at all. I guarantee you it would take me less time than some other things that I do that are not as effective. In fact, I'll add some accountability to it, and I'll tell you that I will do all those things with this episode. Third thing, this leads me into the next point. Speaking of it genuinely helping people, I mentioned that it helping people is motivating. Since this can be a procrastination or mindset thing to get going, do it from a place of service about helping people and making connections instead of thinking about it like one more thing to have to do. Just that one mindset switch can make the entire difference. And then also make sure that you can be consistent when you start another platform. Excuse me. I'm pretty consistent on Facebook and on Instagram, on this podcast, and in my email marketing. I'm less consistent with Pinterest and TikTok. You want to know a secret? I started a TikTok and I've even got a great strategy all planned out for it. Guess how many videos I have posted? One. It's crazy. I mean, there's no reason that shouldn't be done. So, only start with one more platform and make sure that you can be consistent before you start another one. I'm promising you now that I'll be more consistent, and I hope that you're telling me the same thing from your side. Now, let's talk about my favorite tools. I try to keep it super simple and basic and not get caught up in tools for tools. I've definitely tried out most of them. One of your best tools that you have in your toolbox is the data and insights from the platforms you're already on. Just go back and see what the best performing posts were and post them again. Yep, right there on the same platform. Algorithms only let a tiny percentage of your audience see them anyway, and that's even if they are always paying attention to you and that they are even able to remember everything you post. Think about someone you follow. Would you remember if they posted something that they had posted 6 months ago? Probably not. Watch the pros and kind of pay attention to it. We all do it. Tailwind is another one of my favorites. It's very helpful on Pinterest and Instagram. I also highly recommend using Creator Studio. Just do a Google search for that. It's something that you already have. It's the native tool for Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram, and it's completely free and it's actually pretty robust. It's what those platforms prefer, and we want to make them happy so that they show the posts that we work so diligently and consistently to create on works for them, right? Just those tools and tips alone will get you a long way in adding in another platform. Now, if you're asking how I'm doing this podcast on video too, I'm using StreamYard. StreamYard is kind of like Zoom, but it's got a lot more features than Zoom, and it's a lot more kind of user friendly and interactive than Zoom. So, StreamYard is another one that I really love. My hot tip for you today is to schedule. I have a tool that I absolutely love. It is a timer, and I should have had it with me because I'm on video and I could have shown it to you, but I will put it in the show notes. It's a timer that you just turn and it sets a timer for a designated amount of time. I'll flip it and then get to scheduling in Creator Studio, of course, and do as many posts as I can before the timer goes off. It sounds so simple, but it really is a giant game changer. I'll put a link to it, I promise, in the show notes. Now, to wrap this up, I am challenging you to go ahead and start posting on that new platform that you've been wanting to get started. This is kind of like a little mini challenge episode. Use some or all of the time saving tips here that we've talked about here. I'm going to do it right along with you. Let me know how it's going. I absolutely love hearing from you. You can always email me at friends@letsbookclients.com. Thank you so much for being here with me and being part of my experiment where we learn, grow, and connect together. We'll see you on the next episode.